Om Jnanatimirandasya Gnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So here we see Mother Devahuti is lamenting her position, that she had a very great opportunity to become liberated from material bondage. And such great opportunities are very rarely achieved. First of all, there are millions and millions and millions of living entities. And they're all wandering from one form of life to another form of life. After wandering from different species of life in different universes, one may fortunately obtain a human form of life. And that's a great opportunity. One should realize the value of the opportunity we have got. This is very important. Prabhupada is saying something very interesting. All of us should understand this. Prabhupada is saying, an intelligent man should utilize good opportunities. Then we are called intelligent. Otherwise, we are fool. Some opportunity has come and we don't use it properly, then actually we are not very intelligent. So Prabhupada is explaining here that Devahuti is realizing that she had three important opportunities. The first opportunity is to get this human form of life which is Sudurlabham, very rare to achieve. Sometimes we may get even birth in higher planets as devatas, as demigods. But that is not very rare. But to get this human form of life where there is an opportunity for self-realization, great opportunity for self-realization, that is very rare. Durlabham manusha janma adhruvam api arthadam. This is what the Vedic literatures are saying. So, once we understand this important opportunity which has come to all of us in human form of life, actually we should be very, very serious in our Krishna consciousness. Not only we should be serious in Krishna consciousness, we should understand that everyone, at least specially in India, Bharat Bhumi te Janma hoilo yar. It's a great opportunity for them. Of course, a great personality like Srila Prabhupada, a pure devotee of the Lord, he makes not only the people born in India, but even people born in other countries where practically there is no Vedic culture, where there is no impetus for spiritual realization, even those countries he makes them fortunate. So, this is the first great opportunity all of us have obtained, and we should be very much serious about understanding the importance of human life. That if I miss this opportunity as a human life, there is every chance that we may slip down to lower forms of life, and this life which we attain after many, many lives, this opportunity will be lost. So why not, in all other forms of life, I have only strived for sense enjoyment. At least in this one life, let me try for self-realization. This is a great opportunity. So the first opportunity we have to value is the human form of life which all of us have got. That means, in the class, Prabhupada was saying something very, very interesting, something very, very important. Prabhupada gave the example. Prabhupada said that I give this example many a times. The more you keep an iron rod in the fire, first it becomes warmer, warmer, warmer. And then, not only warmer, it becomes fire. It acts like fire. Anything you touch with it, it will burn. So similarly, we have to become in touch with Krishna consciousness. We have to get warmer and warmer and warmer in Krishna consciousness. And then we should burn with the fire of Krishna consciousness. And then wherever we go, whomever we come in touch with, actually will become Krishna conscious. So what should be our endeavor? Our endeavor should be to make our life perfect first. We become more and more Krishna conscious. And then when we preach Krishna consciousness, when we come in touch with people, they will also become Krishna conscious. So this opportunity, first of all, we should realize. We should gauge that actually there are so many human beings, and practically everybody is utilizing this human form of life only for sense gratification. What a great opportunity they are missing. So a Vaishnava, just like in today's conversation we were reading, Prabhupada is saying, there should be daya, mercy. On the platform of Madhyamadikari, there should be kripa or daya. We should be merciful to people who are innocent. And how should we express our mercifulness to them? Prabhupada is giving the example that on large scale, we should actually perform Sankirtan. And when a person has become little submissive in Krishna consciousness, then in inner circle we can preach Krishna consciousness. This should be the idea. Just like we find Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was not discussing big philosophies with general mass of people. When he was discussing with Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. He was discussing with Prakashananda Saraswati. Or he was discussing with great devotees like Rupa Goswami, Sanatan Goswami, Swarup Damodar. When he was in general public, he would perform Sankirtan. Because general mass of people cannot understand. And then one of the devotees asking Prabhupada, Prabhupada, what about the school programs and college programs we conduct? Prabhupada is saying, yes, to them we should preach. Because they are innocent. Generally, as young or as children or as students, people are still innocent. And we can preach to them, being merciful on them, and bring them to Krishna consciousness. So this is the first opportunity we should realize. Then we can become preachers. Otherwise, as Prabhupada is saying, Uttamadhikari, he does not recognize. He is thinking, I am the most fallen. What I am going to preach? Everybody else is better than me. So he does not preach. But as Madhyamadhikari, one should realize, one has to make distinction. There is Supreme Lord. There is envious people. There are innocent people. And there are devotees. So he knows how to relate to each and every one of them. So, preaching begins when we realize this first opportunity, a human form of life is very valuable. People are wasting this valuable human form of life. I should make my life perfect and I should give this message of Krishna consciousness to everyone. Then he starts to begin to realize the value of first opportunity which we have got, the valuable human form of life. Second opportunity we have got in human form of life is when we are born in good families. Because we find sometimes even though we have got human form of life, but if we are surrounded with atheistic people, if we are surrounded with people who are demoniac, people who are interested only in sense gratification, there is very less chance for us to become Krishna conscious. Being born even in human form of life and being surrounded with animal kind of people, we utilize this human form of life like animals. So practically it is as good as animal life. We lose that opportunity. So second good opportunity is a good birth in a good family. This is very important. Actually, as devotees, we should all understand and value. When Arjuna asked this question to Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, in the 6th chapter, that, my dear Lord, you are asking that one should take to Krishna consciousness, one should make his life successful in this human form of life, one should take to yoga practice, and for yoga practice what is required? One has to give up material life. One has to give up sense gratification. So suppose he has given up sense gratification, he has given up his so-called career and good life in material prosperity, and he takes with good faith in Krishna consciousness on your advice. But unfortunately, let us say, he does not make his life perfect in Krishna consciousness. He strays away. He goes away. He becomes deviated from the principles of yoga practice. And once again he becomes engaged in sense gratification. Then what is his destination? Isn't his life more baffled? Because he has lost both of them. He could not enjoy material prosperity, material opulence. He had chance to enjoy them. But to seek spiritual advancement, he has given up that also. And then he has taken to spiritual advancement, that process, but in that also he has lost. He could not finish it. And again he became deviated. Then actually he has double loss. But actually, Krishna is saying no. Now when he takes to Krishna consciousness, practice of Krishna consciousness, and even if he strays away, still he will obtain a greater opportunity than just being born as a human being. A better opportunity in human life. This is very interesting actually. Very interesting to understand how Prabhupada explains very beautifully. Prabhupada says there are two types of yogis. One type of yogi, he has practiced spiritual life for a shorter period of time. There is another yogi, he has practiced spiritual life for a longer period of time. Both of them gets good opportunity, but little different. Isn't it? So we can understand, somebody who has practiced for a shorter period of time, he'll get good opportunity, but not very good opportunity. Somebody who has practiced spiritual life for a longer period of time, definitely gets much better opportunity. How many of you have read this in Bhagavad Gita? Good. So, we'll try to see what happens to a person who has practiced spiritual life for a shorter period of time. Sometimes we find, some people come in Krishna consciousness, they take to chanting, and after some time we don't find them at all. After a few days they have disappeared, practically forever. So, these are the kind of people, they have taken to spiritual life for a shorter period of time. Again they become deviated, but still there is no loss for them. Still they will gain a better opportunity. So what opportunity they are going to get? That Krishna describes in Bhagavad Gita. And then we find somebody who has practiced Krishna consciousness for a longer period of time, and then let us say he becomes unsuccessful, he becomes allured by Maya, somehow or other, because of bad habits or bad association, he gives up. Even after long practice, he gives up Krishna consciousness. His destination is different. He gets much greater opportunity to begin from where he left. So this Prabhupada explains very beautifully in the 6th chapter. After Arjuna asked this question. So Krishna said, first of all, Krishna answered in general that actually there is no loss. Somebody who has taken to yoga principle, there is no question of any loss for him. So in 41st verse of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna explains about what happens to a person who has practiced Krishna consciousness or spiritual life for a shorter period of time. So I'll just read from the translation. The unsuccessful yogi, so here unsuccessful we should understand is shorter period of time he has practiced. Prabhupada in purport he will explain this. What he will get? He has become unsuccessful after short practice of spiritual life. After many years of enjoyment on the planets of pious living entities. So what is done? Because he still has got a lot of propensity to enjoy. Somehow or other he was very fortunate, he took to Krishna consciousness, but that propensity was there. He gave up Krishna consciousness because of that propensity. So then Krishna gives him a chance. Okay, let him be born in higher planets. Let him enjoy good life, prosperous life. In the planets of pious people, let him enjoy material opulence for a long time. So what happens? After many, many years of enjoyment on the planets of the pious living entity, after that, once again, he gets a good opportunity. He is born into a family of righteous people or into the family of rich aristocracy. So what does Krishna say? Suchinam, that is pious. Shrimatam, prosperous. This is the opportunity for yogi who is unsuccessful after shorter period of practice in Krishna consciousness. So you may get birth in a pious family, you may get birth in Suchinam, you may get birth in aristocratic family. Actually, it's a very good opportunity, no doubt. Why? Because cultured family, automatically he will not get into bad habits. He will not become a drunkard. He will not become a woman hunter. Correct? He will not become a smoker. Once he is born in aristocratic family, he does not have to run around and work hard for filling his belly. Right? Otherwise, sometimes people say, पापी पेट का सवाल है. कहाँ भक्ति करेंगे प्रभु जी हम लोग? I am struggling for my livelihood. Where I am going to? It's a fact. Very difficult. Somebody who is struggling for his day-to-day life, it is very difficult for him to practice Krishna consciousness. Isn't it? So actually one should understand. Even though this is a good opportunity, very good opportunity one gets. So he may get a birth in a very pious family, Suchinam, where it is cultured, or he may get his birth in aristocratic family. That means, imagine people who are born in the family of rich families like Tatas and Birlas or such kind of family, they must have practiced spiritual life for a shorter period of time, became unsuccessful and are given opportunity once again to pick up from where they left. So, in the purport, Prabhupada explains this very beautifully. The unsuccessful yogis are divided into two classes. One is fallen after little progress, and one is fallen after long practice of yoga. Okay. In this purport, now Prabhupada will explain what will happen to person who falls after little practice. The yogi who falls after a short practice, period of practice, goes to the higher planet where pious living entities are allowed to enter. So what is his destination? Immediately after giving up this life, somebody, let us say for a few days he has chanted the holy name of the Lord, for a few days he has come to the temple and he has practiced Krishna consciousness. What will be the result? So he will be sent to higher planets to enjoy, because he has a lot of propensity still to enjoy. Krishna gives him a chance again and again to enjoy for many, many births in higher planets. So what happened? The yogi who falls after a short period of practice goes to the higher planets where pious living entities are allowed to enter. After prolonged life there, he is sent back again to this planet to take birth in the family of righteous Brahmana, Vaishnava or aristocratic merchants. So we find aristocratic, big merchants, he may take his birth. The real purpose of yoga practice is to achieve the highest perfection of Krishna consciousness. But those who do not persevere to such an extent and fail due to material allurement are allowed by the grace of the Lord to make full utilization of their material propensities. And after that, so their material propensities are there, they're allowed. Okay, you enjoy your material propensities to great extent. That opportunity is also given. After that, they're given opportunities to live prosperous life in righteous or aristocratic family in this planet. Those who are born in such families may take advantage of the facility and try to elevate themselves to full Krishna consciousness. So they have a good opportunity. Correct? Actually, we find people who join Krishna consciousness are from this class of people, born in good families, aristocratic family, who do not have problems for food, isn't it? All those kind of families. They are actually very good candidates to become Krishna conscious. It is a good hint for preachers. Which kind of people? Not people who are struggling for their daily livelihood. They are not very good candidates. They are also candidates actually. But, if we want, who are the people who will take up very easily to Krishna consciousness is these kind of people who are born in good pious families and people who are actually born in aristocratic families. Next, Krishna talks about the other class of people who have fallen after long practice. So, 42nd. Or he takes his birth in the family of transcendentalists who are surely great in wisdom. Verily, such a birth is rare in this world. So here, he is taking birth in a family of transcendentalists. This is a great birth. So there in the end, Prabhupada talks about his own life and his Guru's life. So Prabhupada is saying, it is certainly very fortunate to take birth in such families. By the grace of the Lord, there are still families that foster transcendentalist generation after generation. Fortunately, both our spiritual master, Om Vishnupa, Sri Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj, and our humble self had the opportunity to take birth in such families. By the grace of the Lord, and both of us were trained in the devotional service of the Lord from the very beginning of our lives. Later on, we met by the order of the transcendental system. So such families are very rare. Somebody who has practiced for a long period of time, definitely that is the kind of birth. So that means somebody who has taken birth in a family of a Vaishnava actually is very fortunate. Somebody who has taken his birth in a family of a transcendentalist Vaishnava is very fortunate. So actually, children born of Krishna conscious parent should be very, very conscious of this. That actually, these children are not ordinary children. They have practiced Krishna consciousness for a long time. Now they are given an opportunity so that they can elevate themselves to become Krishna conscious and perfect their life. Correct? So this is very important. Next, Krishna talks about, on taking such a birth, what happens? This birth, on taking this birth in a family of a transcendentalist, he again revives the divine consciousness of his previous life. And he tries to make further progress in the order to achieve complete success, O son of Kuru. Prabhupada gives the very wonderful example in this. What happened? King Bharata, who took his third birth in the family of a good Brahmana, is an example of good birth for the revival of previous transcendental consciousness. So, Bharat Maharaj, he had to take 3 births. One as Bharat Maharaj, then as a deer, then as Jada Bharat. Correct? So Prabhupada is saying he had to take 3 births. So, King Bharata, who took his third birth in the family of a good Brahmana, as Jada Bharat, that is where he got his birth in a transcendental life family, is an example of good birth for the revival of previous transcendental consciousness. King Bharata was the emperor of the world, and since his time this planet is known among the demigod as Bharatavarsha. Formerly it was known as Leelavrata-varsha. The emperor at an early age retired for spiritual perfection but failed to achieve success. In his next life he took birth in the family of a good Brahmana and was known as Jada Bharat. Of course, after Bharat Maharaj, he became a deer for a short time. Then he took his birth in a family of a Brahmana as Jada Bharat. because he always remained secluded and did not talk to anyone. And later on, he was discovered as the greatest transcendentalist by King Rahuguna. From his life, it is understood transcendental endeavor or practice of yoga never goes in vain. By the grace of the Lord, the transcendentalist get repeated opportunities for complete perfection in Krishna consciousness. So isn't it a great opportunity? Prabhupada is saying in today's purport, these are the three great opportunities. Born in human life, and in human life to be born in good families where you can revive your Krishna consciousness is a great gift. Just like Prabhupada was born. And then the third and the most important is to meet a saintly person, a pure devotee of the Lord. That is the greatest opportunity in human form of life. And that is achievable by anyone. The third opportunity, even a Chandala, Malecha, even if he did not have the opportunity to be born in a Brahmana family, even in a Vaishnava family. Correct? Many of us were not born in Vaishnava families, not in Brahmana family. But we all got somehow or other the opportunity to meet a pure devotee of the Lord. Devahuti had all three. She had all the three opportunities. Born as a human being, born in aristocratic family, born in a very good devoted family of Manu, and then third, getting Kardama Muni, pure devotee of the Lord as husband. Isn't it? All three opportunities were there. And still she did not utilize her life for making life perfect in Krishna consciousness. That is what she is repenting. She has lost good opportunity. Isn't it? So, this is what Prabhupada is saying in today's purport. Very, very important. So, Prabhupada further is explaining something very important. Prabhupada is saying, what do we understand from Devahuti's life? That she attained human form of life. She attained birth in aristocratic, very good family, pious family, Shuchinam, Srimatam, all kind of good family she had. And by the grace of the Lord, she got a very good husband, like Kardama Muni. Even after these three opportunities, she is repenting. She did not perfect her life. She still tried to enjoy material life. So Prabhupada is saying that actually to achieve material benediction is no opportunity. This is not something great. So very nicely Prabhupada is describing this. Actually, the illusory material energy is cheating everyone. This is what Devahuti is saying. I have been cheated by illusory energy. Because after getting all the three opportunities, if still somebody is enjoying material life, how much he is becoming cheated by illusory energy. We should recognize that. Isn't it? People do not know what they are doing when they worship the material energy, and people are wanting material advancement. We want material advancement. We want to go ahead in our life. Actually, they are being cheated by material energy. This is what Devahuti has realized. Solidly, I have been cheated. Solidly, she is saying. What is the verse she is saying? Anybody knows? Yeah. Sa aham bhagavataha noonam vanchita mayaya dhrudam. Dhrudam means solidly. I have been cheated by this insurmountable illusory energy of the Lord. So we should all realize that actually we all have a very good opportunity. We are born in the human form of life. And factually now We are in touch in Krishna consciousness by the grace of the pure devotee of the Lord, Srila Prabhupada. And we should not lose this great opportunity, which actually, even after millions of life, Vasudeva Sarvamiti Sa Mahatma Sudurlabhaha. After many, many births, one may realize that actually Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Just imagine. And somehow by the grace of a pure devotee, we are able to understand that in this very lifetime, how much actually great opportunity all of us have got. So we should not undervalue that human form of life and the value and the opportunity which we have got to practice Krishna consciousness. That too in association of devotees is very valuable. So we should not take it for granted. Life is very, very temporary. We should not take life for granted. Any moment we may have to give up this life, and we should be very serious in Krishna consciousness, not to lose this opportunity and once again come back in this material world, because Maya is insurmountable. She will cheat again and again. So no guarantee. After that again we get chance also. Devotee is saying that Maya is very, very insurmountable, very difficult to overcome. So we should make use of this opportunity and make perfect our life. We'll stop with this. Any question anybody has?